I've met hundreds of families at the Ronald McDonald House, and they're all pretty special.
Elisa was the oldest, and then Cheryl, Laura, and Amy. And they were all within 4.5 years of each other. So we had a very close family. The girls were very close. And Elisa came to me one day and she said, "Mom, I have a swelling here on my collarbone." And, you know, being a mother of 4 young children, like, well, you know, you probably just did too much at gym class or something, and just let me know. When they took the chest x-rays, they realized that she had tumors throughout her chest, actually. He said, "I think you need to go to Boston." It was one of the hardest things that we've ever done in our lives, was to take her to Boston. And when we were taking that ride down the interstate, you know those mile markers? I hate them. Because each one marked one more mile that we were away from home, farther away from home, farther away from Cheryl and Laura and Amy. We knew we were going to a big city and a hospital, but we didn't know where the journey was going to take us. Our resources were depleted by that time. We borrowed a car to go to Boston. And when we got there, I said to Elisa's doctor, you know, "Can you admit her to the hospital? Because we have no place to stay." Then I could stay bedside with Elisa. My husband could stay in the car. And he said, "Well, I could do that. But there's a new place just a couple blocks up, a new place called the Ronald McDonald House." So we went over and we were greeted warmly, given everything we needed. And we were able to stay 2 blocks from our daughter in the hospital. You only have to stay here a night to become part of the Ronald McDonald House family. It's almost magical sometimes. I remember one time when we were discharged from the hospital on the highway home, when she said, "Mom, am I going to die?"
I'm very proud of the organization, Ronald McDonald House Charities, and especially the 2 Ronald Houses, the thousands of families that they've served. Where else would they go? I often think about that. They have somebody they can share that experience with and talk to and have an understanding that they're not alone, they're not isolated, and that there's people around them that really care. Both Ronald McDonald Houses, the one in Portland and the one here in Bangor, wouldn't survive without volunteers. The volunteers are the absolute backbone of what we accomplish. Pat Beckwith is a gem to us. She's our executive director here at the Bangor Ronald McDonald House.
Ronald McDonald House. This is Pat.
She has that personal experience of what a family goes through, what a mom has to go through with her young child.
It was really comfortable for me to take this position because things for the first 10 years were great. And it was a wonderful thing to be able to tell people there's always hope. I have a daughter that had Hodgkin's disease. For 14 years, she lived a very normal life. She graduated from high school, she graduated from college, she became a registered nurse and was nursing in Bar Harbor. This was a good story. This was good for people to hear. They called me from Boston with the bad news that they had done some testing and they had found Hodgkin's disease of all things after being 14 years in remission. I didn't have my good story to tell any longer. But she was a great kid.
It's really unbelievable in a small state like Maine that we're able to accomplish all that we can accomplish. Is because of generosity of folks. They recognize the importance of our mission here in Maine, and they've always supported us. The canister boxes that we have at the McDonald's restaurants are extremely valuable to our charity. People just putting their pennies and nickels and dimes from change in there. We collect thousands and thousands of dollars a year. A donation made right here in Maine is going to stay right here in Maine and serve family and children right here in Maine.
I have to say that the Ronald McDonald House has given me back more than I ever really could give. It's helped me through hard times. To be here and to be part of this is always positive no matter what happens. You can't change it, but I can make it feel better by being here, supporting people and making sure that they have everything they need at the house that I've built.